Shake the shano is savits now on the satif patsis. I work out all I do not even know shake the shano is a shapan, piano, Osman Hazeh. Usually record myself putting on talis and saying the Sate Patzitzis at Shechianu. But today's a little bit different. Hashem, this isn't a regular talis. This is a talis with a mitzvah that Klal Yisrael have been waiting 1,300 years to fulfill. So with Techelet, Baruch Hashem, the last time we had the mitzvah of Techelet in Klal Yisrael was about 700 in the Common Era. Recorded in the Gemara, maybe a few centuries later. Not sure exactly when it was lost. We're not sure exactly why it was lost. What happened? Christian conquerors, the Arab conquerors. History, it's not clear. But one thing is clear. We lost the mitzvah well over 1,000 years ago. And thanks to the innovative work of the Rosina Rebbe in late 1800s, he put the mitzvah back on the map. He thought it might be the squid, and there's still Hasidim and Breslau Hasidim, Rosina Hasidim till this day that wear the Techelet from the Rosina. Most poskim have rejected that and hold that it's the Murks. Poskim that hold by Techelet today hold it's the Murks. And it's not a simple process to extract it and expose it to the sun. And there's different opinions, great gedolim on all sides over here. Many, I would say majority at this point, are not wearing the Techelet, but you do have a serious group from the Hasidic world and the Yeshivish world, the Dati Leumi world, the Sephardic world, who are wearing it. And therefore, my leaning now is to wear the Techelet because of the Murks and the Yotzei the mitzvah that I think we can fulfill. Whether there are those that say that for sure this is the right one, and they're convinced that's it. I myself have not done that level of research into the Murks to say this is it. I know this is it. My level of research has brought me to a place where this is a suffix. I hear those who say that this is the Murks and those who say this is not the Murks. So I'm in the state of a suffix, whether this is really Murks or not, and therefore suffix from a Torah. I want to go ahead and fulfill that mitzvah. I'm not going to say it's a suffix d'oraita l'chumra, and we have to. There are those who are going to say it's not a pure suffix d'oraita. Maybe yes, maybe not. But for me, I certainly want to have the zechut to fulfill the mitzvah. At least have a chance. We talk about it so many times a day. Hakanaf p'tir Techelet in the morning, in nighttime, before we go to sleep. So to be able to go ahead and look at the tzitzis and know at least I'm trying to the best of my ability to do it right, I find that an unbelievable zechut. I guess if I'd say I've been waiting for 1,300 years to do that would be an exaggeration. But it's been a few years looking around and seeing our tzitzis just pure white and know there is something missing, and know that this might be the missing thread. I find that an unbelievable zechus. I want to go ahead and thank Kilat Menarat HaMa'or. We've been learning together this sugya for quite a few months now, and going through every opinion, those who are totally against it, those that are totally convinced of it, and those that are somewhere in the middle, and discussing how to tie how many blue strings and how to tie the blue strings. It's not like the regular white strings where more or less there's a clear Ashkenazic minhagim, Sephardic minhagim. It's different. Since it's new, it brings up so many issues. We went through them together. I personally am wearing like the gra. The gra certainly is a very popular sheet in Israel in general, and for Techelet is very popular as well, where the gra goes ahead and he has one blue string that's doubled over, it turns into two. So out of the 8 strings, it's 2 out of 8. And he ties it where he has the 5 knots, like we all have knots, as opposed to the Rambam does not have the knots. And he ties it with 5 double knots, and in it, it's a hulia. Hulia is 3 strings, so it's a wrap around of 3, and then of white, and then blue, white, blue. So it's 4 hulia between the first knot, second knot, then another 4, and another 4. That makes 12. White, blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, blue. And then the last one, after the last knot, finishes off with white, because the Gemara says you start with white, you finish with white. And according to the Gemara, that doesn't mean a white string, it means a huya. So you've got white huya, we start off, a white huya to finish with, it comes out to 13 huya altogether. So that is my beautiful zechut that I have to go ahead and see the tzitzit, see the Techelet, have chibuv mitzvah, to have the chibah, the love of the mitzvah. I thank Hashem, who's brought me to this wonderful place. Thank the Kehillah, as I said. And Yis Hashem will reach the day when all Klal Yisrael will agree on what is the right Techelet and how to wear them. And Yis Hashem will have another one of the Tayav mitzvah that has made a comeback, and that will be part of the comeback, Yis Hashem, of all Tayav mitzvot that will be filling from Herav Yameinu speedily in the days with the Mikdash, with the Sanhedrin, and Klal Yisrael functioning like it's supposed to. Shalom.